I'm back at one of my favorite places now. This is newly discovered for me, and I'm not going to tell you where just yet because I walked in the door and this is something I already want in my house or my backyard. Look at this. This is like a vintage lemonade cart, and it's decorated with all these sweet little desserts and petit fours. So with that, let me tell you where I am. Take a tour. Doesn't it feel good to see fun stuff, just be a part of it? That's how I always feel when I come to a vintage market, because it feels like a party and you're stepping into different parts of a good time. And joining me now is the man behind all this beauty and fun is Trey Gears. He is the owner of a vintage market, and I have to say, I'm coming back again for the first time.
Exactly, because every month we completely tear the whole store down, which is over 5,000 square feet, and redo it. We want it to be an experience for everybody every single time they come.
Even if you're not shopping for something, it feels good in here.
It's just, yeah, it kind of makes you smile, right? And just, inspiration. People want to figure out how to do new things for their home, and they come here and just go like, yeah, let's just go take a look and see what it's like.
It's like living in Pinterest. That's how I would describe it to somebody, but you do get those creative juices flowing, and then you end up leaving with a whole bunch of stuff because you can't help it. Things like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this to me is quintessential summer.
Isn't it though? I agree with you with the blue and the gold, and this is an old chicken feeder, right? That's what the base of this is, and succulents and cactus are so hot right now, and we carry such a great quality line of this. It's really beautiful, and I think that and it lasts forever, so it's something that you could use time and time again and reuse in a different way.
I completely agree, and you've seen some of the cheaper versions, and it just doesn't work, and this does look completely authentic. So it's a nice tablescape, and who doesn't want to walk into a party that looks like this?
Yeah, it makes you want to sit down, enjoy your company, have a great conversation, and obviously a great meal.
And if you really dissect this, it's not that complicated, but you've done such a brilliant job, especially with the chicken feeder. What a conversation piece. But also just the pops of color. I mean, you look at these plates right here, and they make up half of the design, I would say. So people don't need to feel intimidated. They can come here, they can buy the chicken feeder, they can also buy some of the succulents, and boom, you buy a set of plates and you have an entire tablescape.
Exactly, and it's a great summer look.
Yes. Last time you took me into different rooms and everything felt different because you do change things, and this one I'm walking into and it's nostalgic and it's so whimsical. So this is a theme that you came up with?
This is, it's the theme for our July market. It's called Under the Big Top, and we came up with that because we wanted to do something fun. As a child, I was always at my grandparents' house during the summer, and that was one thing that we always did was go to the circus.
Yes.
Right? And
did you see that?
What?
There was something.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
We would go to the circus, and it was just something that was so much fun that we did every summer, and we just enjoyed doing it. And I thought, hey, it'd be fun to bring it out again and show all the things that we had.
Look.
Oh,
my gosh.
Yeah. That's just Tommy.
That's how much you guys get into this
That's
around
right.
here.
That's just Tommy. Yeah, he's totally into our themes.
It's nice to go back into your childhood a little bit. It's a very comforting feeling, and you can do that in your house. It doesn't have to be so cookie cutter.
Exactly.
Have fun with it.
And can be seasonal. There's ways to change things in your house seasonally to add that fun stuff so that, it's something different.
Right. We need to infuse a little fun into our lives.
Exactly.
It's funny because this jumped out to me, and yet it wouldn't jump out maybe to a lot of other people until you hear the story behind it.
This is so cool. When I found this, I had to have it. This is from an old hotel. They would have put dirty linens in this and moved them up and down to their laundry space to clean them. And when I saw it, I thought, wow, what a great piece as a side table to a sofa in between two chairs. It's unique. Nobody else is going to have it, and that's what draws my, attention to it. And on casters, I love anything that's on casters.
I totally am with you. I love bits of bridles. I don't know what it is, but it's just one of those things that I love and I'm drawn to. And this one is kind of that restoration chic. You would actually find one of these in a catalog sometime.
Exactly, but it's going to be a reproduction where this is the real deal.
Yes, original. perfect place to take your vacation, and you don't even have to go to LA or part of the Midwest or back east to shop because they've done all the shopping for you. Trey, you have an incredible team behind all of this, and there's a reason it takes so long to put together, and the only reason you're open once a month, right?
We're only open once a month because we feel like that we need the time to shop, and we travel the country to do so. We have an amazing, talented team that puts this together in actually 4 days. We do 2 days of setting up the large furniture and 2 days of setting up all the small stuff. And it's all about the layering and the color, the theme this summer, about these colors are just amazing for the summer. And we just, we have a lot of fun. And these people are so talented. Certainly couldn't do this on my own. We want you to come out for this weekend. It all starts tomorrow. It's going to be a great weekend.
We are so lucky here in Tucson to have you in our own backyard.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Trey.
Thanks for having me.
You have to experience this for yourself. And once a month, Gather a Vintage Market opens, and it's opening tomorrow. It is running through Sunday. They're located at 657 West St. Mary's Road. And if you'd like to find out more information, you can check out gatheravintagemarket.com or just give them a call at 520-878-7215. And when you make it out there, you can drop off any back-to-school items to help support youth on their own. And the Back-to-School Challenge, a bin is going to be located inside the market for any donations that you'll be able to give. Well, coming up next, we are midway through the week, which means it is time to plan for the weekend. Stay tuned for our weekly list of really fun events when we come back. Scott Archon, our friend with Zero Res, is joining us now, and we're talking about carpet cleaning, of course. All of us at one point in our lives need to get our carpet cleaned. So yes. What can we expect if we hire Zero Res?
Well, starting out, we're the highest rated carpet cleaner in Tucson. Not just nationally, which we do claim as well, but we are the highest rated in Tucson. We're 4.9 rated on Google. We have more 5-star reviews than anyone else, and not even by a little bit. I'm not even going to brag about it. You just look that up and you'll see. But when you hire us, like, what you actually get is a process that nobody else follows. We pre-treat with our powered water. Totally different than anything anyone else uses. We scrub the carpet, so you're actually getting all that gunk that the vacuum can't get to. It comes right up to the top. And you're going to see on the screen that's just stuff coming out. It's amazing.
Right.
And then we follow that and extract again with our powered water, and so the carpets are left, they're not crunchy, spots don't come back, so it's a different process.
Big difference.
It's a big difference.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. And for today only, you can call 520-441-2441 to get the Wednesday deal of the day. That is 3 rooms for only $99. And remember, that is a deal only for today. You can call now again, 520-441-2441, or learn more at ZeroResTucson.com.
Well, I guess I better get on the ball with these TV shows that are leaving Netflix soon.
Right, get some counseling or
yeah, exactly. So some of your favorites, that you might have watched. One of them has been on the platform since 2015, and that's Friends.
I loved Friends. Did you watch it?
Not even an episode. Not even an episode. I'm proud.
I'm
proud guy.
Speechless. I don't even know what to say about that. People are yelling at their television screens right now going, Alex, what are you talking about?
Sorry, guys.
It's just a piece of Americana. You have to see it.
Maybe
you have to see Rachel's hair transition through the years. We're going on way too long.
So that's leaving Netflix. And Office is leaving too. Warner Media is the streaming service. I should say Warner Media is launching a streaming service called HBO Max. They paid $425 million to be the exclusive carriers of the show, of Friends I'm talking about. The Office, I'm not sure if that's going to find a home yet, but it probably will.
I would think so. Yeah. Okay, so on to some cheerful news now. Robocalls about to meet their match, all thanks to AT&T. They became the first major carrier to automatically block those fraudulent calls. And you know that some of those pop up on your screen that has the area code, like a local area code, and it's a robocall because they can disguise it that way.
The creepiest thing too is when the phone number has the first 3 digits of your phone number.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
They do that often. So they'll start blocking it by default. You still can do it now. You don't have to wait. It's called AT&T Call Protect. You just have to download an app to get that done.
That's easy enough though.
That's right. And Pet of the Day, you found one of the cutest ones I think we've had so far.
Seriously, that's like a photo shoot of a dog. This is Scout. This is Pug by the Lake, as I like to call it. Isn't that so sweet?
Good title. It's like a piece of art. And I said, that was like me at the beach last week. That's what you would have seen. Maybe with some pants on.
Yes. Okay.
Facebook.com.
I love that, right? Facebook.com.
/2something.
You know how that feeling that you get after Christmas and New Year's and everything, and then everything just kind of goes downhill. Like,
Are we in that?
that's how I feel after like the 4th of July. And then you have to look forward to something. So we found some cool stuff to do because it's Weekender Wednesday, so you can plan for these. So Hugh Jackman is going to be here in Arizona.
Big actor, performer, singer, everything. He pretty much does it all. He's going to be performing in Glendale this Sunday. You can experience, it's called The Man, The Music, The Show. It's a world tour, and you can get more details at GilaRiverArena.com.
And this Saturday is going to be the second Saturday of the month, which means second Saturday. So from 5 to 10 downtown, they're going to have tons of activities, family activities. They're going to have, of course, food trucks, street performers, vendors, live music. And you can go out, you can meet all of your neighbors, and hopefully it's going to cool down a little bit because I think there's a 20% chance of rain on Saturday night.
Something good like that. And now, if you ever wanted to have an evening with Marilyn Monroe, the Gaslight Music Hall is hosting a wonderful night at 6 p.m. on Saturday. You can learn more about that, gaslightmusichall.com. Local actress Janae Page.
And
performing.
some also great performers. So Arts Express was here yesterday. They did a little performance of Tuck Everlasting, which was really good. They're going to be showing Friday and Saturday, the regional premiere of the show. This is at Fox Theater. They have a really amazing cast. They said 7 to 70 yesterday. It was pretty intriguing. So the tickets start at $20 for general admission, and you can go to Arts Express, arts-express.org for more information.
And later this month, Desert Diamond Sahuarita, Belle Biv DeVoe. That's July 20th, starting at 8 p.m. Learn more at ddcaz.com. Great stuff. July is Military Consumer Month, and if you're a military family, it's vital to know what that means. The safety message from the Better Business Bureau when we come back.
Wow, check out this bad review. Anyone can write a review online, Mom. When I want to read honest reviews, I go to bbb.org. Their reviews and complaints are real and verified. This helps me make smart decisions. Finding a business I can trust.
We honor them, we treasure them, but some people scam them. Military members are often the targets of scammers, and it's really easy to fall victim to their schemes.
But here to tell us how we can protect our brave men and women and their families is Miriam Cruz, BBB Director of Marketing and Outreach. Always a pleasure to have you back here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So, of course, we're talking about Military Consumer Month, and it's kind of a shame that we have to have something like that because they are the target of so many of these scams. So tell us a little bit more about it and what we can do this month.
Right. So we're partnering with the Federal Trade Commission during the month of July to build awareness about all the scams that target our military. And there's a really strong social media push, and we have a hashtag that consumers can follow, and it's MIL Consumer 2019 or Military Consumer 2019. And with that hashtag, we're going to be sharing a lot of tips and also some of the tricks that imposters use to trick military consumers. So it's a pretty big issue, and unfortunately, like you said, we have to dedicate a month to building awareness about it.
Right. I mean, we've done so many stories in the past about these types of scams, and I almost fell victim, even though I would do the stories leading up to it because they're that good at this. So what is the goal of this month? What do you want to accomplish by the end of it?
Yeah, we really want to make military families aware of all the scams because we often don't think about, how much is it really affecting our families, but about 33% of military families have actually fallen victim to a scam, and the median loss is about $200. Which is pretty significant.
Right.
And about 36,000 military members and their families fell victim to an imposter scam last year, and that totaled about $34,000 in loss. So the problem is significant, and I think that's the point or the goal of this campaign, to build awareness that these scams are out there and what they can do to protect themselves.
We really have to be the lowest of the low to scam people who have served this country, and that's why the BBB steps in and really helps shield them from that. And so let's talk about some of those specific scams that they might be dealing with.
Right. So military families should really look out for callers pretending to be from the Social Security Administration. They usually say that your Social Security number will be suspended for illegal or suspicious activity. They threaten you, and they kind of ask you to wire money or send money through a gift card to prevent that from happening. So if you get that call, please hang up. The Social Security Administration will not do that. that. Robocalls are also big for scammers, and they call and they pretend to be utility companies, government agencies, sometimes even foreign consulates, and they're trying to get your social security number and personal information so they can steal your identity.
Right.
And lastly, any solicitation for your information, whether it be an email, a social media message, even a call, and whether saying, hey, can you verify your social security number? Can you verify your PIN? Just take a minute to research and contact the entity directly, just so you're not providing that information to a scammer.
And they do it so quickly. They're very good at doing it. And then you can go to their website sometimes, and they have sophisticated websites that look like they're real.
Exactly.
At the same time. So if somebody has fallen victim, what should they do?
They should definitely report it, because a lot of victims feel ashamed or embarrassed that they fell for this, but they should definitely report it to BBB Scam Tracker. That's a great resource. And we also have a great resource at bbb.org, BBB's military line. We have a monthly e-newsletter where we share tips about finances, how they can manage their finances, and of course, scam alerts. So there are a lot of resources out there for military families because they're so important to our community.
Of course.
Big time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and if people haven't been to the BBB website, it is like an encyclopedia in there of things to look out for, of people to contact, of organizations that you can verify through. And of course, I imagine using common sense tips, like, for example, if you get an email, it doesn't say your name, that's something to look out for, right?
Exactly.
Just
And
one
even
example.
look at the sender. Like if the email address it says like a well-known business, but then it has a little bit of like extra letters or extra numbers, that's a red flag that, they might be a scammer, because they do that. They use legitimate businesses to kind of trick you.
Yes. So you have a mixer coming up. Tell us about it.
So every month we have BBB's networking mixer. This month we will be at Dave & Buster's July 16th. It's a Tuesday. Our sponsor is Ultra Air Conditioning, and they're super fun. There'll be free game cards at this one, so
awesome.
I think this is a good one to attend, and just get out of the heat and have a good time and make some connections.
Yes.
And it's a mixer. I mean, go and meet people in the community, other business owners, et cetera, that you may never have met before.
Really valuable.
Yeah, it's great how you guys really bring the community together in that way. So Miriam Cruz, as always, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you. The BBB is having their monthly networking mixer July 16th. That's from 5 to 7 p.m. at Dave & Buster's. For more information, head over to bbb.org or call 520-888-5353.
And still ahead on our show, we're going to learn about the unique center at Tucson Medical Center that helps expectant mothers have more natural deliveries. Stay with us. Some women will tell you that there is nothing like a natural, unmedicated birth, and Tucson Medical Center wants to make that possible.
Registered nurse Stacy Wood and Dr. Diana Jollis are here with the details. Nice to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
Such a pleasure. So we're talking about a natural birth, which involves a midwife, right? So talk about that program there at TMC.
Well, midwives specialize in healthy, normal pregnancies. So at El Rio, we hire nurse midwives. There are over 12,000 nurse midwives in the United States. 87% have master's degrees or doctorates. And we partner with our wonderful physicians at TMC. So last year, the El Rio midwives attended almost 1,000 childbirths. And 83% of them were taken care for by the nurse midwife for the entire prenatal care and throughout the birth. 17% we consulted with our physicians and they continued the care.
You really need that person. I wished I would have had that person to take me step by step. So why did El Rio Birth Center decide to move to TMC?
Well, we are a leader in maternity care in Tucson at Tucson Medical Center, and it was really natural for us to partner with El Rio, both being really integrated into our community. And Tucson Medical Center is a community-based hospital, so it felt really a natural fit for us to partner with El Rio as they bring a lot of patients to us at Tucson Medical Center.
Right, you bring all that talent together.
Absolutely.
And it really is something beautiful. And now I learned a new way to pronounce the word today, midwifery. It's not midwifery as I thought it was, and there's a lot of amenities available for that, and we were seeing some pictures too, so kind of go into what makes it different from a regular birth.
Well, what we know about childbirth is that women should have options. If someone wants an epidural, they should have access to that, and we have that at TMC. But we have hundreds of women in Tucson that want natural birth, and we specialize in providing them tools, continuous labor support, appropriate use of technology, listening to the baby using something like this, a Doppler. We have water birth tubs, so these are used in the tub to comfort the woman, and birth balls, massage, doulas. all these resources are helpful for people if they want to avoid epidurals.
But can they still get medication or an epidural if they want to?
Absolutely. The great thing about having a alongside birth center at TMC is that if challenges arrive, we can transfer right next door to labor and delivery, where we offer 24/7 high-risk coverage for both mother and baby.
Amazing. How quickly are they able to go home after this? Because I said regular birth, but I really mean more common births, like in a hospital setting. So how quickly are they able to go home after this?
So the El Rio Birth Center has been in Tucson for 36 years prior to partnering with TMC. And we're an accredited center, and we're going to continue that accreditation. And what we know from research is that after a woman gives birth, if they are healthy and give birth without intervention, they're often ready to leave and go home within 4 to 6 hours after the birth. And the wonderful nurses of El Rio Community Health Center go and do home visits.
And I'm curious about the families, because so many of us, don't just have a husband or parents, but also kids that want to be able to. Do you have room for everybody?
We certainly do. We have a wonderful family room setting with chairs, a refrigerator where they can bring their own refreshments and beverages. And the great thing about being at TMC is that we can also stock with fresh juices and teas that will be beneficial for both families and patients.
Well, it sounds like it's adding to an already beautiful experience, right? I mean, you really do make it an extra special moment. And of course, insurance is, I'm sure, on the minds of a lot of people watching and listening. Does insurance cover this?
Insurers tend to really like our partnership. Nurse midwives are affordable and they're high value care. So we have a 7.67% cesarean section rate through El Rio, and that is very low, and we're one of the leading quality practices in the country. So insurers like to partner with us to provide high quality care. Our breastfeeding outcomes are very good as well.
Wonderful. Such a great look at something that moms really should consider. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
For more information about TMC for Women and the Labor and Delivery Department, call 520-324-2785 or visit tmcaz.com. You may be surprised to know that everyday activities like gardening, walking through the park, or even taking a shower could expose you to a bacteria that can lead to serious lung damage. Pulmonologist Dr. Patrick Flume and Debbie, who lives with a lung condition, are here to discuss. Thanks to both of you for being with me.
Thank you.
So Dr. Flume, let's start with you. I'm talking about something called NTM lung disease. What's the long form name for that, and why should people know about it?
So NTM stands for non-tuberculous